2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight's broadcast will feature the Miami Heat as they go up against the Golden State Warriors. Well, for Golden State, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. And Stephen Curry, one of the guys we'll be seeing tonight, is one of the most exciting and dynamic players in the league. Kenny, you know what I like to say. He makes it look effortless. Maybe the best shooter of all time. You ready to go that far?
Of all time?
You ready to go that far?
I just can't give it to you after that few of seasons. I just say that
he won a championship.
Yes, he won a championship.
He's up there with us now. He's in the house.
He's in the house.
He can get in the party.
But Reggie Miller and Ray Allen had done it over a longer block of time.
Not like Steph Curry done it.
But he's done it bigger in a shorter span. So I will still go with my two guys, Reggie and Ray.
You know, his career from three-point, Ernie, he's 44%, which is insane. And listen, he's not taking one or two a game. He's taking 9 three-pointers a game. Long three-pointers, deep, off the dribble. Splaka Kataya.
And that's why I say he makes it look
effortless.
Time for tip-off as we send it to Kevin Harlan.
On some chill, we go 0 to 100 real quick. They be on that rap to pay the bills, and I don't feel it, not even a little bit. Oh Lord, know yourself, know your worth. I been Steph Curry with the shot, been with the sauce, Chef Curry with the pop, boy. 360 with the wrist, boy. 0 to 100 real quick, real quick, real quick.
We'll be bringing you an interconference matchup in this one as the Warriors take to the road. 2K Sports is proud to present NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, and on the sideline tonight, Doris Burke. It'll be the Heat off the tip. And now the Golden State Warriors starters. Thompson is the 2 with Barnes at the 3. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. And it's Curry in at the point guard. And one thing about Mario Chalmers last season, he really had to play a different role. And it took him some time, Greg, to get used to.
Yeah, anytime your team loses a superstar like LeBron James, other guys get asked to do a little bit more. Mario was asked to be more of an aggressive scorer, a role that isn't so easy to jump into after 6 years of being that 4th or 5th option in the offense.
And so it's the Warriors getting on the board first. The kick out to Dang. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Now let's find out what head coach Steve Curry had to say to Doris Burke. Doris?
We talked about their defensive game plan, and he said, for Dwayne Wade, you've got to make him a jump shooter and not bite for his pump fakes. When you do that, it's a foul or he's going to go right by you for the dunk. Kevin, Wade known for that deadly shot fake. We'll see if they can stay disciplined.
And thank you for that, Doris. Now here's Curry. After Dwayne Wade's miss, Curry kicks to Thompson. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
Good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
Not a fast start here for the Heat. 6-point game. Chalmers dishes to Wade. Another miss by Wade.
It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Yeah, come on now. You got to remember it's a team game. He's got 4 teammates out there with him. I don't think he needs to try to do it all by himself like that.
There's the feed to Dang, and he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Quick hands on the steal, and then just mad hops on the slant.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
For so long, there has been this mindset that Golden State wins through offense, but their defense, you know, Gia, you were talking about this, is where the true strength of this team lies.
Yeah, I think that's what's really allowed them to separate when you look at the rest of the league. I mean, they led the league in opponents' field goal percentage last season, and some nights the shots weren't falling, but the defense always showed up.
Here's Stoudemire. Harrison Barnes picking up that last basket. Stoudemire takes it off the glass. Here's Curry. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played. Here's Green. Bosch grabs the miss.
And you know, with the Warriors, it goes beyond the stats. High character guys, tremendous culture. They had a lot of guys that could guard multiple positions and defend them well. That was a big reason they became champs.
Now here's Barnes. Right side Curry. Another shot. Bogut. That's good. Bogut's got his first 2 points.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
And you just look at this Warriors roster, and there are a ton of defensive playmakers. That ability to switch everything and be fine is what made them so tough on the defensive side of the ball.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Now, here's Wade. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. And he gets it to go.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Thompson against Stoudemire. Green, the screen. Curry wide open, and the Warriors get it back. Nobody near Barnes. From outside, off the mark.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Here's Dang. He feeds it to Chalmers. Lets it go from deep. Warriors with the rebound. Barnes has got his third rebound tonight. Thompson passes to Curry. Inside. Here's Green. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. Last season, Draymond Green taking over the starting power forward role in Golden State. Last season, David Lee was injured, remember, in preseason. Green was inserted, and he's been terrific ever since.
Absolutely superb. A former second-round pick. His emergence has fueled this team's rise to greatness.
That's good from Green.
And I really have always felt Draymond Green was one of those unique players. I mean, he kind of a tweener in terms of that small forward, power forward at only 6'7". But he's got toughness. The long arms enable him to defend bigger guys. And also the basketball IQ. You can never discount the importance of understanding what you're doing when you're on the floor. And with Draymond Green, he can defend inside. He can cover on the perimeter. I mean, his versatility at both ends of the floor also a huge asset. And you can't have a higher basketball IQ than he does. It really helps him excel at all facets of the game. They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
The Heat trail by 5. Here's Dang. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
And what a tough position Luol Deng found himself in last year in a small forward swap of sorts. LeBron James goes from Miami to Cleveland. Dang goes from Cleveland to Miami. He had his choice. There was Atlanta that was in the mix there too. But he goes to the Miami Heat. He's bounced around a little bit. But still a very big talent.
He is. You know, he kind of likes following legends. Remember, Scottie Pippen was that great small forward in Chicago, and Luol Deng was the next heir apparent. So he seemed to be pretty comfortable stepping into LeBron's role. Unfortunately, not able to deliver at the same level. And let's face it, the problem is you can't make up for losing the best player in the game, and that's the case here in Miami for Luol.
Off on the layup.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Now here's Spates. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
Just the height separation on that mid-range jumper. Excellent job of taking advantage.
That's good. Here is Livingston. He's guarded by Dragic. Now here's Spates. With 1 on the clock, and it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Warriors lead by 5. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And now a chance to hear from Chris Bosh about what it meant to him to become an NBA player, the fulfillment of a lifelong dream.
I was obsessed with the NBA as a kid, and just like I would have died to get in that locker room.
Man, this game is 100 times better than the fucking 2K25 right now.
You know, just not
look at this presentation.
Really taking everything in. And,
that's fucking crazy.
I couldn't have written the script any better.
And it looked kind of better too.
That's the kind of guy.
The uniforms move better.
Love for his attitude and ability to
I don't know what the fuck these motherfuckers thinking.
That kid he once was. I know you played the same way. Chris Bosh is living the dream like you did and loving it.
That's a great point, Kevin. And I think most of the guys in the league feel that same way. I mean, they may not be able to say it or articulate it as smoothly as Chris does.
Sure.
But inside every NBA player is a kid who's still thrilled to wear the uniform and play the game they love.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Warriors.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
Also, what passing we've seen from them here early. I mean, there could be a big number in the assist column if this keeps up.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. And Golden State looking at who they've got. One out the wings, it's Iguodala and Barnes. Ezeli is out there with Maurice Spates, and it's Curry in at the point guard position.
That's just running the mill for him. A typical day at the office. He's one of the more skilled offensive players out there.
Well, Greg, after a run of 10 playoff trips in 11 years, the Miami Heat missing the postseason last year, they'd end up a game back of the 8th spot.
Yeah, and what's hard for the Heat, Kevin, is that they were in the playoff picture for most of the year, and as the season wore on, they slowly fell out of that top 8.
The Heat making a switch here. Bosh is checked in. The offensive rebound. Dragic with a wide open look. Good on the three-point shot. Dragic has got himself on the board with 3 there.
Really good job there. That's the definition of the inside-out game.
You know, guys, for the greater part of last season, it appeared as though the Heat were playoff bound. Even with the players they lost, most figured they would be playing postseason basketball.
Miami's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Whiteside.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Amari Stoudemire is checked in for Miami. Wade comes in for Green. The Warriors also with a sub. Bogut's checked in. Outside Curry. From 10 feet out and too long on the shot.
And one reason why the Heat did come up short in their playoff aspirations, They were very poor against other teams in the playoffs. So only went 15-31 against teams that had made it into the postseason last year.
Amari Stoudemire, with a change of scenery last season, was bought out by the Knicks, signed with the Mavs midway through the season.
That was the best thing to happen to Stoudemire, in my opinion, Kevin. He got to play playoff basketball again, and we know that wasn't going to happen in New York.
Good on the second free throw.
And for Stoudemire last year, served as a backup big for the Mavs and was still as efficient as ever.
Now here is Bogut. Missed inside.
And fancy finishes like that look great, but man, it's embarrassing when you blow them.
Wade gets the bucket. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter.
I don't think Stoudemire will ever be what he once was, but he is a valuable big to bring off the bench for a contending team in limited minutes.
And here's Dragic. Harrison Barnes getting it to go from deep. Bosh misses. Thompson with it. Outside Curry. No good on the triple.
Boy, from my angle, it looked like it was in the bottom of the net. Looked good from here.
Yeah, I'm about as shocked as you are, Clark.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by.
Warriors call time.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
Boy, I tell you, the Warriors did something that no other team had ever done before. They ended the regular season ranked first in field goal percentage and field goal percentage defense. Essentially, they were the best offensive and defensive team in the league. Remarkable.
The drive by Thompson and a missed layup.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
The shot by Wade, wide open. Off target from three-point range. Last season for the Warriors really dominated from beginning to end to lead the league in, Greg, both offensive and defensive efficiency.
And Kevin, a lot of people knew the Warriors were good at offense. I mean, but they've been equally as good defensively over the past few seasons. Kind of flying under the radar for whatever reason. Not the case going forward. And Draymond Green, guys, has won at every level. I mean, led Saginaw High School to 2 consecutive state championships at Michigan State, 2 trips to the Final Four, and now making noise with the Warriors. It's clear this guy's a winner.
Luol Deng is checked in for Mario Chalmers. Then for the Warriors, Leandro Barbosa. He's checked in for Harrison Barnes. And it's Livingston in for Curry.
And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
You know it won't, G.A. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
But it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all.
And here's a little known fact, Clark. Only 3 players have recorded at least 2 triple-doubles in the NCAA tournament. They are Oscar Robertson, Magic Johnson, and Draymond Green.
That's some elite company for Draymond Green. He's a hard worker, a guy you love if he's on your team. He can be an irritant if he's not with you, but continues to improve and prove his doubters wrong.
And here's Dragic after the three-pointer from Klay Thompson. Green with the ball. And Bosh picks him up defensively. Barbosa kicks to Livingston. Green, the screen. On its way from Barbosa for 2. And the rejection by Stoudemire. That falls. Nice speed that time from Dwayne Wade. Stoudemire's got 5 now. The Warriors lead it. Livingston dishes to Green. There's the pick. Green, the screen. For 3, Barbosa. It's hauled in by the Heat.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
No doubt about it. The defense, you can see him exhaling right now. Fortunate that he didn't knock that one down.
Boy, I really love the way Dragic spreads that ball around.
And with the time left, they still can go 2 for 1.
Boy, they've got to do it fast. They must hurry from here.
Livingston kicks to Bogut. Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top. But instead, he'll shoot free throws. That one is on Stoudemire.
And that's how you want to use your fouls, not allowing him to get to the rim.
Yeah, I agree. That's a good play. I mean, you stop the sure thing slam dunk with that foul. And I think you send a bit of a message, too, about your physicality and force in the basket area.
Free throw, good. Bogut. The #1 overall pick in 2005, Andrew Bogut. Great expectations, Greg, for the big Aussie coming in.
Yeah, I mean, a phenomenal rebounder and rim protector. He's got that high basketball IQ from a defensive standpoint. You know, and on offense, he averaged over 20 points a game in college. He's an instinctive passer, just not much more you could ask for.
And Bogut drops them both.
You know, going back to Bogut's fanfare entering the league, was third in Rookie of the Year balloting. Then he went on to have some solid, if unspectacular, years, though his shot blocking and defense were always strong.
And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
Ezeli's checked in for Andrew Bogut. The Warriors shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
Yeah, and fairly decent a season ago, about 77% from the line.
And you know, a lot of times, guys, in some of their performances last year, their free throw numbers helped them win games.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Dang against Iguodala. And it's Green with the jam.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Here is Livingston. From deep three-point range. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. The Warriors on top, up 1. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, I'm with Eric Spoelstra, and obviously, Coach, some great work tonight on the defensive side of the ball. How does the team's defense play into your offense?
It just energizes us. We have an ignitable group, and that's how we play. So we have to continue to stay the course and try to keep them off the two-point line as best as we can.
Eric, thank you. Kevin, over to you.
Thanks, Doris. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter started.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Golden State found themselves in a close game in the first. At one point, they managed to push out ahead to an 8-point lead. They were outscored by just a bit in the second quarter as they go into the break now holding just a 1-point advantage. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
Efficiency, efficiency, efficiency. The 3 E's, Shaq. That's all I got to say. They've avoided turning the basketball over, and that's a recipe for success. Now, here's how they do it. By sacrificing the highlight reel plays, you get good looks, and those home run plays will still come.
And Shaq, your thoughts on the Heat?
Well, it was a huge first half for their bench, a.k.a. the others, played pretty good. When you get a boost like this, it always gives the team a lift. And given how well the others are contributing, we'll probably continue to see more minutes for them in the second half. Starters or not, when players are producing, you got to ride them, cowboy.
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway. Kevin Harlan has the call.
Give it up for your Heat. The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game.
And guys, one thing that we were treated with last year was Steve Kerr's great quotability in post-game interviews and pressers. He said all the right things and deflected praise like a coach who had done it for many years.
Golden State's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12. Wade and Dang are the 2 and 3. Chris Bosh is out there with Stoudemire, and it's Chalmers in at the 1 spot. That's the group on the floor for Miami.
Great way to start the half. Easy layup against some soft D.
Dang for 3. The shot will not go. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. And Kerr is so good with the media because, Greg, he was a media member himself for so long. You know that as well as anybody. Clark, I don't think he ever tried his hand at broadcasting, though. I can't see him doing that. Could you?
Yeah,
I know.
Right. He probably just drone on as a broadcaster and would rarely contribute anything of note. Some guys have what it takes to call games, and Steve just doesn't quite scratch me as that kind of guy.
No. The Warriors have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. To the paint, it's tipped. Wade outside. Can't get it to go. Great tee that time from Green. The Warriors shooting 41% for the game. And Thompson kicks to Green. And the Warriors get it back. Barnes. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
A nice bounce back year for Harrison Barnes, Clark, in year 3. Moved into the starting lineup last year and really responded.
Yeah, he did. I think he benefited from the new system. He was miscast as an isolation scorer, but when he can spot up for threes and catch the ball on the move, that's his game.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Harrison Barnes, very athletic. He certainly passes the eye test. And with his size, he can punish smaller wings and create mismatches. And then also he can play some small ball power forward at times as well with the way they like to space the floor.
Chris Anderson is checked in for the Heat. Down low. Stoudemire in the post. Bogut on him. Marked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in.
And you talk about Harrison Barnes overall. He had a nice uptick in his rebounding last year, and that was a goal of his. He wanted to get his activity level up. And oftentimes the difference between being good and great is just making those small incremental improvements in different facets of your game.
Here's Curry. He has 7. Here's Thompson. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Thompson's got 8 points.
Excellent feed from Steph Curry.
Thompson against Wade. The kick out to Dang. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. Dang's got his second bucket of the game to go. Warriors leading by 3. Outside Curry. That drops. Curry's got 4 points now in the quarter.
You can just see the passion and love with which he plays the game. You see how he prepares, the work ethic, the way he interacts with his teammates. And when he hits the floor, it's all about the game. The signature bucket for him on that possession. They can get themselves in front quickly with a few more like that.
Screen by Bogut from outside the arc. Again, Curry missing.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
And a great stretch of games here for Wade at the end of a great stretch of games for Wade at the end of last season. I mean, he turned back the clock, if you will, for a while and really helped carry this Heat team.
Yeah, Greg, you know, I remember that stretch with Wade you're talking about. It seems like he finally now feels healthy, Clark, and it shows.
Wade himself said, Kevin, it was the best he felt in a couple of years. Health is such a big factor for him, given how he plays and selectively now likes to attack the rim.
There's the bucket. Good. 6 points for Andrew Bogut.
And he is the ultimate when it comes to being a floor leader on the offensive end.
Yeah, you know, he's got a little bit of Greg Anthony in it, and he has been that leader today. I think he's done a really nice job of moving the ball and distributing it the way it needs to be done.
Well, Clark, I'm glad you referenced specifically why you thought he had a little Greg Anthony. I thought you were talking about my knees, my man. He looked a little hobbled out there for a moment.
Here's Chalmers after the made shot from Klay Thompson. And it's Wade penetrating. It's rebounded by Golden State. Barnes has got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
The Heat trail by 6. Passes it to Stoudemire. Here's Anderson. Rebounded by Bogut. Bogut's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Curry passes to Barnes. Green with a screen for Barnes. Here's Curry with the 3. They get it again.
He's not exactly striping them from deep. He had 1 3-ball in the first half. Still bagels in the second. Great job to hit his teammate on that move, Kevin.
Warriors leading by 4. There's 1:38 left to play in the 3rd. Again, Curry missing.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys, but as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
A lot's been made of the Heat fans in the past for walking out during the finals game where they looked to be out of it. But credit, the Miami Heat fans, Greg, with last year sticking with this team.
Yeah, and in all fairness, I would have walked out as well because I thought it was over. But with LeBron out of town, a lot of Heat fans could have jumped off the bandwagon. But you know what? They stayed with it. So although the weather is fair, the fans are not.
Oh, well said.
Thank you.
Here's Dang. Following the basket by Draymond Green. That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut back down to 4 with the made basket from Dang. The Warriors have gotten half their shots to drop in the second half up to this point, going 7 of 14. Curry dishes to Green. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Green's got 5.
And, for the Heat, despite the struggles, they still saw...
Oh, wow.
Amari Stoudemire.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark to the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia. Counted, and the Warrior lead has been cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Stoudemire.
That was a smart pass by Wade that time.
Golden State's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the 3rd. Still 0 for 3. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Barnes against Dang. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now. 6 for 8 on the night.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
And that does it for the 3rd quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the 4th quarter. Warriors lead by 4. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the 4th quarter.
Come on with it. Me and you getting it up. Don't even go there. Come on with it. Come on with it.
We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the 4th quarter. Miami with the ball, trailing by 4. And Golden State looking at who they've got. Iguodala out there with Festus Ezeli. Then there's Barbosa. Then there's Livingston. And it's Spates in at the center, filling up that jam. I mean, just beautiful.
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
That was a Kodak moment right there. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes. And really, he played mistake-free basketball up to that point. That's the only time he's turned it over so far.
Warriors leading by 6. Here is Livingston. Leandro Barbosa on the wing. Can't get it to go. Stoudemire with the defensive effort. Dang attacking. And now in transition, here we go. Iguodala. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for the Warriors?
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And how about the work they're doing also on the offensive glass? Creating those extra opportunities has been critical. And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Eric Spoelstra address his team. They've been getting torched with all these shots from long range, and he simply said, we can't lose track of their shooters, guys. We're over-helping inside, and it's leaving them wide open. Can they make the adjustment, guys?
And thank you, Doris. Well, one thing that you can always say about Dwayne Wade is that he is at his best when the game is on the line. He truly lives for the big moments.
He does, and Wade has been in so many of those big moments over the course of his career. 5 trips to the NBA Finals, and he really does thrive under pressure.
From 17 feet out, Wade with the defensive effort.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wade.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Here is Livingston, defended by Chalmers. A step-back shot here, and it comes off the front of the rim.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D. And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Well, if the defense keeps giving up easy baskets like that, it won't be a lead for long.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
Warriors leading by 8. Barbosa kicks to Livingston. Poked away. And Chalmers with a clear path to the hoop. And the shot is good.
What a nice play. Stole it away and took it coast to coast.
The Warriors have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the 4th. Spates with a screen on Chalmers. Shoots from the line. The rebound by Anderson. Anderson's got his 4th rebound in this one. The drive by Wade. The dish to Stoudemire. And there's the 3-second call. This one on the defense. And the technical free throw, missing that time. They'll retain possession here, however. Different look here for the Warriors. Andrew Bogut checked in for Spates. Green comes in for Festus Ezeli. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Leandro Barbosa. And it's Stephen Curry in for Sean Livingston. Green, the screen. Bogut with the screen on deck. Iguodala. Not enough on that one as it misses. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
We've seen Andrew Bogut getting it done. He has 8 points, and he's also got 1 block to add to the mix today.
Yeah, and that's just a small part of what we've seen, but it's been a solid contribution defensively.
And the Warriors making a change here. Barnes is checked in. The Heat trail by 5. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andrew Bogut. That is his first foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Wade on the wing, out of bounds. Golden State takes possession. Warriors leading by 5. Outside Curry. And stolen by Chalmers. Stoudemire the pass to Dang. And there's Dwayne Wade on the assist by Dang. Dang's got 5 assists in the game. Double team on Wade. Stoudemire dishes to Dang. No good. Good D by Thompson.
I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
Barnes with it. He's picked up by Dang. Lets it go. Barnes can't get it to go.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D Allen's position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Well, at least he had the presence of mind to change his shot when the defense got on him. You got to improvise sometimes.
He kicks it to Curry. Wade against Barnes. Curry passes to Bogut. Nice D from Dang.
Well, he gets it in close, but you have to credit that stifling defense for forcing the miss.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, defense like that really increases the degree of difficulty on that shot by a large amount.
And Amari Stoudemire showing them what's up. What's up? Our truth, baby. What's up?
22 left in the fourth quarter. Thompson against Wade. And Thompson kicks to Curry. Looking to get it going. The 3 from Barnes. The shot is off. And Miami the other way now. Heat moving the ball around. Here's Wade. And yep, finally drops it, rolling around the rim. Wade's got the lead.
And the first lead they've had. Dwayne Wade. And Dragic. Showing Chris Bosh they can do it without him because he hasn't showed up. I think he's got 2 points in the game. Oh my God. They've been trying to screw me over the whole fucking game, man. Out of bounds, this and that. Look at that. We're here, bro. Watch them fucking screw me, watch.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry.
Got sloppy in a close game. You have to take advantage of every opportunity.
The Heat have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the fourth and even 50%. The drive by Wade. Cannot hit. Good D by Thompson.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Yes!
Holy shit, I'm telling you, bro. Look at that. Woo. What a game. Come on, Dang. Yes, baby. Yeah.
That's right. You got it. And he was also safe with that dunk.
No reason not to be.
And guys, as he should be. Remove all doubt on that attack.
Thompson connects.
You know, they got a foul to give here if they need it.
Yeah, definitely something to keep in mind for them right now.
This is like that Knicks Indiana fucking series right now. That point game shit. Crazy. Down to the fucking last bucket.
To the middle. The kick out to Dang. Dishes it to Wade. From 12 feet out. Oh, missed it.
Damn, bro. Fuck, don't foul, bro. Gonna lose this game because of a stupid foul. Yeah, but still.
And you know what,
Fuck.
Greg? Who knows? A few misses at the stripe.
Come on.
And they're right there with
You gonna foul him again? Yeah.
Late game free throws are a lot different than early game.
Look at this motherfucker. He ready to strike that fucking knife in the throat. Look at him. Look like he's ready to fight Mike Tyson.
Second one is good. Both at the line, and it's a three-point game.
Absolutely massive free throws. That'll force them into a three-point attempt.
Now a timeout called by Miami. They're losing by 3. 9 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Is what you take.
And you know what? You've got a couple options here. You can take the 3 to tie it or get the quick 2 and then a foul.
And, you know, if it opens up for them inside, the quick 2.
Damn, bro, we just fucking lost this game.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they
fucking Curry.
Someone different.
Chicken curry.
Another option. I mean, I thought they
motherfucker.
in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game.
Clutch free throws there. That should ensure they're going home with the W.
Timeout called the Heat. They're down by 5. 3 seconds left in the game. Guys, what do you think?
Yeah, pure desperation right now, Clark. You think there's enough time?
I doubt it. I mean, it's clear what they've got to do. Quick shot, foul, and they need some cooperation with some missed free throws from the opponent.
So we see the Warriors get the win here. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, thank you. I'm with Klay Thompson. You were able to really help out your team on the offensive end. What enabled such a big night of productivity for you?
You know, I'm just used to the pace of the game by now, and my teammates do a good job finding me when I'm open, so all credit goes to them. I just catch and fire when I'm open.
Thank you, Klay. We so appreciate it. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. So long, everyone.
See how many points I fucking got. Post-game show. Look, they even got a post-game show.
Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, along with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Let's quickly move forward now to the
And they even talk. Look at that.
Jordan player of the game, Stephen Curry. He led the way tonight with a double-double.
A way better presentation on these older games, bro.
His effort and intensity gave them the boost they needed.
I will say this about Steph Curry. There is no player in the league more capable of single-handedly taking over a ball game than he is. What I mean is, Steph Curry's hot. Is hotter than anyone else is hot. He can beat you with his feet, his mind, his shot. The only thing you can be sure of is that he will beat you.
There was nothing they could do to slow him down, Ernie. Man, you go into a building on the road and completely control the action like he did. Only a few players could do that, Ernie. I'm impressed.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal,
Even fucking Shaq sounds better. In the new game, he sounds all muffled and shit.
Johnson, we'll see you again soon.
See how many points I fucking got. At 20 away, 15 with Amari. Look at that. How many rebounds? 5 rebounds. 15 with Dang. And Green showed up with 7 points. Look at that. He caught me up in the beginning. Was a beast. They ain't even have crazy points with their players. They just spread it out. It's a good game, bro. It's a good fucking game. Tragic loss. About to rock out with the Knicks. Versus, let's see here. Should we do the Spurs or the Lakers? They're going to the Spurs. Oh, look, they got the fucking green one.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
This is 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA. We're joined by the legends Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Our featured matchup tonight out in New York, where the Knicks will be going up against the San Antonio Spurs. Well, for San Antonio, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. Tonight, the fans getting a chance to enjoy watching Tony Parker, who came into the league as a speedster point guard, but now as a veteran, Kenny, he's evolved into just one of the best team leaders on the floor.
Unbelievable that he still has the same amount of speed at his age that he does now. I mean, and then the floater. He's probably the best in the last decade at shooting that shot. Used to be called a runner, now it's a floater, but he's the best at it.
Yes, he's the best at the floor. Not really a great shooter, but an efficient shooter. Career field goal percentage under 50%. I agree, Kenny, with everything you said. Guy still has a lot of speed.
Oh, I appreciate you, Shaq.
Très bien, mes amis. That's French for here's Kevin Harlan.
No. Only French I know is fries.
Or toast.
New York City. What a great view in the bright lights of the Big Apple. We have an interconference affair lined up for you today as the San Antonio Spurs come in for this one. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, to this broadcast of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and here with me tonight, Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. And it's going to be the Spurs off the tip. A look at the San Antonio Spurs opening lineup. The always reliable Parker and Green in the backcourt. Duncan out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Leonard in at the three, the small forward.
And guys, when you watch the Spurs play, it's like watching poetry in motion. I mean, every cut, every screen comes at a precise time, and they play beyond the sum of their talents because of that style.
Here's Parker. Aaron Aflalo picking up that last basket. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way. A moment to check.
That's what we got to do. We got to put the pressure on the Spurs, man. They too good. They too good.
Coach told me they're hoping to overcome the problems a player like Carmelo Anthony presents to defenses. He said Melo's combination of strength, size, and skill set make it very difficult to keep him from scoring each trip down the floor. What he is hoping for is to throw different looks at Melo to keep him out of his rhythm and to try to work from there.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. Now here's Parker. Green kicks to Duncan. Feeds to Aldridge. That's good, and so Duncan with the assist. Aldridge has got his first 2 points.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
And Anthony gets it to go.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Now here's Parker. Outside, Green. And there's the feed to Aldridge. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
That's 3 straight shots to fall here to start. Looking good.
There's Galloway, covered by Parker. Good.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
6. For San Antonio, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Duncan left side, goes up the baseline, and it's San Antonio with another.
Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor. And how good a playmaker has Tony Parker been? One of the best in recent history. The all-time leader in the